Hello, welcome back to another episode of Everything XBA. I'm here with Ty.
What is going on, guys? In this episode, it is a special one because we have Portugal joining us.
Hey guys, you might know me from the GG9 channel as well Portugal, but I'm a moderator of the said channel, and of course, one of the primetime, well, kind of commentators. I was a sideline reporter for the Seattle Martians versus the Kansas City Stampede 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and that was a very important game for the Stampede. Had an either a 10 or 11 game streak, but lost it. But either way, let's get to the episode. So our first thing we're going to talk about is Malachi Hendricks. So I don't know if y'all have seen, but on Twitter, whenever someone asks like who's going to win Rookie of the Year or something, he says it's going to be me. It's going to be him. So I mean, you have to have confidence, right?
I think so. I mean, he does have a chance of winning it, but I feel like it's starting to his chances are starting to be lower and lower because Malik Jones, I feel, is just getting more comfortable.
In
Yeah,
that
I
spot,
mean, I think Malachi being, I believe, fifth on the ladder. I mean, the last time we saw the rookie ladder was Zagrich number 2, which I disagree with, but I agree with you that I think Malik is starting to get comfortable, and I've seen some games recently where I saw a game recently where he dropped 30 points. He's just, I don't know. I mean, Malik is just amazing, and I mean, I don't know who could catch him. Maybe Sobchak if he has a resurgence, but I can't see Malachi winning the Rookie of the Year right now. Sorry, Malachi.
yeah. But
Yeah,
I
I agree
mean,
with that.
yeah, at the time of this recording, tomorrow we will see on a primetime episode, we will see Malik Jones in action. So
Indeed.
maybe may, maybe he'll show out and he'll just keep on cruising down to that spot. But the main thing we're talking about for Hendricks is on a post for Sobchak, Sobchak, or you know the name.
Yeah.
But he said it was I smell BS in the rookie leaderboard having him showing him in fourth place, Sobchak's in fourth place. And then Hendricks said, "You're right about that. They're missing the best candidate entirely," which I thought it was going to be him. So I don't know what y'all think about that. What y'all feel about it? What do you think he's
Ooh.
going on?
Well, Sobchak, I think being ranked fourth is wrong. I've seen you guys in episode 2 kind of say, he's kind of become a bust, but I disagree with that. I think he's the second best rookie. He beat Malik Jones earlier this year, and I want to say outperformed Malik Jones. He's the only guy I think can catch Malik Jones on that Rookie of the Year ladder. So I mean, a bit of trash talk between Malachi and Sobchak. There's, those two faced against each other in the World versus USA game, which, if you remember, um, Sobchak got the tying free, which sent it to overtime, which the World eventually won in a huge prospect game that, in my opinion, led to Sobchak going number 1 overall. But just friendly trash talk. But I think Sobchak and Malachi both have a point on the rookie leaderboard. I think the voters got to change their mind soon.
Yeah, but I think for Sobchak, being the number one overall pick and dropping down to the last time I saw the fourth overall place in the rookie leaderboard, I think he has to improve to be to his full potential.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree with that. After his last performance in last episode, I think he's kind of getting more comfortable too, kind of like Malik, and yeah.
Yeah. But next topic is we're going to be talking about the Alaska Chill, their last game, and how they showed off. Like they were a completely different team.
Well, the Alaska Chill, I mean, they've been suffering over the dreaded hangover that everyone talks about. I mean, I didn't think this team was held by Lou Williams, and maybe it was. I don't know what's gone wrong this year. With Shy progressing, you think? I mean, it's so weird, but
I'm not happy, obviously, to see the Chill go forward. With Giannis, obviously, everyone hates Giannis as like LeBron now, but I think the Chill winning that game, I think they're gonna have a big bounce back in
Yeah,
the rest of the
that's
season. I think they're gonna make the
that's
playoffs pretty easily.
yeah. That's also what people have been saying in the XBA in the comment section.
Yep.
Any thoughts about that, Ty?
Well, yeah, I agree with that because after getting that big win, I think that their confidence is gonna start coming back, and then Giannis is just gonna start going off again.
Yeah, mainly like a several game fire streak.
Yeah.
But yeah, so now we're gonna ask you, Portugal. We're gonna ask you some
Ooh.
questions, just to see for the viewers for your opinion over some.
Ooh, I'm excited.
Alright.
Shoot 'em away.
So who do you think will win the Rookie of the Year?
That's a very hard first question. I mean, I've said it. I think I'll just say it's Malik, but there's so many good players. I mean, I have not given up on Sobchak. ASP is playing so good at the moment. We didn't talk about him in the top 5. I think he's like number 6 in the rookie report or whatever.
Yeah.
But like Marcus Bryan has looked good. Hopefully he stays healthy. We've seen some issues with his durability, but I think he's going to be okay for the moment. And there's just so many rookies, but I think Malik has that step. It's going to come down to, I think, a couple of players making that step the second part of the season. I think ASP or Sobchak could be the players that make that step. We'll see about it. I've got Malik right now as Rookie of the Year.
I would love to see Apollo St. Patrick go for it, because I think he's going to be a future franchise. I think he's going to be a future franchise player.
Yeah.
But what do you think? What do you think will be the 2 teams in the final?
2 teams.
Yeah, the 2.
Damn. I mean, this is hard. I don't think it's going to be a team in the West that you would expect. I'm going to go with a very, very shocking pick. I'm going to go with the St. Louis Arrows as a finals team. I don't think they'll win it. I'll give you my finals team next. But
any
in
comments?
the East,
I mean, well, that's just, I don't know. I didn't really expect that one, but
yeah, Sam, that came out. That was a wild card.
In the East,
yeah.
In the East, jeez, I think it's not gonna be Columbus. I think they have a chance, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Fairy Tale. I really think they can make it far. I'm gonna say they make it to Western Conference, but you know what team I've got? I've got the Tampa Bay Sting. Kyrie Irving leading that team to a championship over St. Louis. I've got the Sting winning the championship and making the finals. So, I mean, that's my opinion. You guys might disagree, but the XBA's got so much parity, and I think these 2 teams could surprise you.
I didn't see both of those teams coming.
Yeah, I didn't either, but I mean, I see what you're saying because like XBA, anything can really happen, especially in the playoffs. So I mean, it's a possibility.
Definitely.
Yeah. But I did not see the St. Louis Arrows. I think they're either going to be a skyrocket team. They're either going to go play out, be one of the top teams, or they're going to go down. It's either one of those. I don't think they're going to stay the same. I don't think they're going to stay 500. They're either going up or down.
I think they're going up.
Okay. But if you were the Stampede coach, are there any trades you're looking for? Or do you want to keep the same roster that's winning and is in a finals to contend?
If you listen to the Stampede versus Martians episode, primetime episode, wink wink, check that out. But if you heard that, I was an advocate of JaMychal Green being replaced. Now, I can't really say any power forwards now. Maybe give Lamilton Tayshaun, the rookie, a chance. Maybe Daniel Gafford. Someone like that. You could put Vernon Carey at power forward. So you could just trade JaMychal Green for a second round pick or move him down to your. But I think if you're going to talk about the Kansas City Stampede, I think, I think power forward is a need for them, and I think Jermichael Green is a very big weakness. That's why I didn't have them go into the finals, because I think someone's going to exploit Jermichael Green.
Yeah, I mean, he's a 6'8" power forward out of Alabama, and he went undrafted in the 2012 year. So I don't
Yeah.
know. I mean, he could be on the trade block. If you're a
Definitely
Stampede coach, you could. What do you think about that?
I mean, I
Like,
feel if they did trade him, I feel like the chemistry may go down a little bit, but
Yeah.
if you're getting something in return or like able to like replace him with the better person, I think that it's overall worth it.
Yeah, if you could maybe get a some type of prospect for the next draft, it could be worth it.
Definitely.
But yeah, now we're gonna go to the second part of the trades the top 4 teams could make. Last episode we did the Stampede, if I'm correct, and now we're gonna be doing the Paladin. So, any trades y'all think the Paladins could make to improve their chances of going to the finals, or anything?
I mean, I looked through the roster, thanks to, I believe, was it Jaden? I forget his name.
Yeah,
Jaden.
it was Jaden. It was Jaden.
Yeah.
Link
Jaden,
in the
thank you. Yeah, thank you for buying this roster. I've looked through the roster and I've got 3 players that I think they could trade for. They
Okay.
need a guard. They need a point guard, believe. They need a backup point guard. So I think Isaiah Thomas from Las Vegas, he is kind of like he's kind of the third point guard at Las Vegas now. Now he's not my number 1 option to get, but I think Isaiah Thomas could help the Pittsburgh Paladins in a playoff run. Next up, the second one out of 3 I've got is George Hill from New York. He's kind of down the rotation, and he's just a reliable guy that I think they could.
Which New York? City Slickers or Neon?
City Slickers, I believe.
Yeah.
George Hill. And so I think, I think they could go for George Hill's veteran presence. But my big one, and I think the one they should trade for, is someone that is falling, but someone that everyone knows and that will get the money, but also I believe will produce for this team. And that is Jeremy Lin. I mean, they're looking at Artem Kozlov. They're looking at, I don't think that they're looking at Ricky Rubio. They're looking at everyone else except Jeremy Lin. We've heard from even Goldie himself that, hey, Jeremy Lin is starting to not kind of decline and be out of this Miami team. That is a guy they've got to get if they want to have a big playoff run, and I think it would be a perfect fit. And that's just my opinion, but I mean, Jeremy Lin on the board, I mean, you remember Lin's sanity. That would just be insane for the Pittsburgh Paladins. He's not the best player ever, of course, but I mean, just imagine him on Pittsburgh helping them out.
That could also, the last couple of episodes we talked about how Artem Kozlov, he wanted more minutes. That could also affect, the Mark Hannon and Artem Kozlov's minutes, because they're both,
Definitely.
But
Well,
so it could help.
in last episode, we saw him. He did get more minutes, and he was making the 3-ball stuff like that. So it does look like he can produce for the Night Owls.
Definitely.
Yeah, and it's also like Goldie said, is either Markkinen or Artem. So they're just battling it out for that position. But what has been the most consistent team so far to play that?
I think it's probably, well, in my opinion, I think it's a Stampede, because even though they got knocked out last year in the playoffs, I still think that they were doing good, and this year they're doing even better than last year.
Yeah.
I've got one, and it's going to be a shocker, but it makes sense. What about the Atlanta Olympians? They've been 500 the whole year.
Yeah.
They've been consistent of being that middle of the road team. And obviously I could cheat and say, Pittsburgh or Philly, but I think going with Atlanta is a pretty interesting choice because they've been really 500 all year. So that's just, of course, my opinion, like I said, but I think Atlanta is,
Supernovas, they're also 500 right now.
Ooh, good one. That's a really good one.
But many teams have been consistent, but it's always comes down to the last final minutes and who can finish.
Yeah, it comes down to the last games, that last stretch which we are heading into right now.
Yeah. And why do you think the Phoenix Monsters are so hated?
Hated?
Yeah.
I obviously I check comments and stuff. There's
Yeah.
not a lot of Phoenix love. And there is some
Yeah.
hate for Phoenix. I don't think
Mm.
they're the most hated XBA team, but I do think they're one of the least popular XBA teams. I think they're in trouble of getting purged. There's a couple others, I can think of, getting purged. I can't even. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, that's a really good question because they are very much one of the teams that could very well get purged.
Yeah, and it's also because if I'm correct, the purge is the two teams. Like, if you didn't make the playoffs for 2 years, then you're up for the purge, and the fans will decide who gets purged. Am I correct?
Yeah, so every
Okay.
2 years, one team gets purged, and they can't. And to be safe from the purge, they have to make the playoffs at least one of
Yeah.
those years.
So, like, the tempo would be safe, you know.
Yeah, the
always.
tempo would be safe. I'm pretty sure. Yes, because they made the
But I
playoffs.
think it also comes down to like the designs of the teams. Like
Yeah,
if people like maybe even like the logo, because you wouldn't want to see a good team, that you like kind of for the logo
yeah.
go.
I would say Atlanta, but like their popularity's so big.
Yeah.
Like
I
they
don't think
actually
it's gonna be.
moved in 2K19 when we did when Goldie did a series, like he added two more teams. It was Vortex, and I believe the Cincinnati Olympians. It got moved to the Atlanta Olympians. So I mean that kind of has some history, but I've seen so many fans for Atlanta that it's just impossible for them to get relocated, even if they miss the playoffs this year.
I have to add a question. So if a team gets purged, what team would you like to see happen in the XBA?
What team? Oh, I mean, okay. I would like to see Washington because I don't like Washington's design. I love the city look, but I don't like the design. I mean, I could go on further. I mean, I hope Detroit doesn't get purged. That's what I really don't want to get. That doesn't get purged, but Washington, New York is really what I want to get purged. I mean,
City?
City Suckers. New York,
Okay.
I mean, there's no problem with having two New York teams. That's not where
Yeah.
I'm coming from. But I think they have the worst logo in the league. I think jerseys I don't think are the best, but I just hate their logo, and I don't want the City Slickers to kind of be. I don't know. I just don't like the City Slickers and just the two Eastern bottom teams in the City Slickers and Founders. That's the two I want to be purged in the next two purges. So hopefully one of them gets purged in one of the upcoming ones. Sorry to all the fan of those teams, but
Yeah.
I
Do
mean,
you agree? Do you agree with that, Ty? Like, do you have
I mean,
any opinion?
yeah, I do. I mean, I'm not sure if they're gonna get purged, but I mean, you never know because it's decided by the fans, and yeah,
definitely
you never know.
decided by the fans, and that's something that God Golden Nine and the channel definitely
Yeah.
comes from. They want the fans to decide a lot of things. Not all, but
I'm sorry,
a
but I
lot.
gotta say that. I like Washington. I like the founders' design. It's actually one of my favorites.
That's alright. That's alright.
Yeah. But what do you think the most popular XBA team is? I think we've already had.
I've kind of
Right?
touched on this. I'm gonna say I think Chill. I think the Chill is the most popular. I think Atlanta like I said before, they have a light to it. Like they're very popular. Uh, I mean those two I can think of this top of my head. Some Florida teams like the Jump might be popular. Uh, I'd say those are the three teams. Really, I mean, Las Vegas and Seattle also popular. Those are the 5 teams. Seattle, Las Vegas. Kansas is popular. Nah, Chill's the most popular. But there are so many popular teams. Like I've seen definitely like 10 be like standout teams. I can't name them all. I named 6 of them, but Alaska's probably the most important franchise and the most viewed franchise, and that has the most fans. So
Yeah. But I think an underrated team, like not in skill, but like in fan base, is Summit. They're playing really great basketball, and I don't
fair.
see them getting talked about a lot.
Yeah, I mean there are some Ben Simmons lovers. I'm one of them because I'm Australian. So I
Mhm.
kind of cheer for that team a bit. But yeah, Denver would have a good audience. I don't think the best, but obviously that's your opinion. But Denver's definitely got a decent audience to me.
Going back to the like most popular XP team,
Yeah.
I feel like it could be the jump to, like what Portugal said, because all the Warrior fans like following Steph Curry, and
Yeah,
I just feel like Warriors have a big fan base, and if you watch XP, I feel like you just be following Steph Curry around. So yeah.
yeah. I mean, yeah. There's so many teams, but my obviously then this off my team, I think is the most popular is the Chill, which makes sense.
And we
Yeah, I
said
agree
last
with that.
episode, yeah, we said last episode that a team that could be shape out like the Warriors these past couple of years for the NBA could be the Stampede. They have a dominant team with
Definitely.
Ja Morant being young at point guard, Luka at shooting guard, and
Yeah.
so much opportunity for this team, especially Hassan Whiteside.
Yep.
He can get a lot of boards, just a lot.
Oh, yeah. A lot of balls.
But which XBA team is set up for the brightest future over the next 5 seasons?
Kind of answered that for you, but like I've got my own. I think Kansas City, yeah, they've got a lot of interesting talent, especially with John Morant. I think
Yeah.
who they get in the draft. I already forget. John Morant's definitely there. I forget who they get in the draft, but he's good. I know he's good. I forget his
The
name.
last draft? The last
Yeah, the
draft?
last draft.
They got the Milton Tayshaw.
Okay, Tayshawn's decent.
The
I think
the
he's gonna be
power
a good.
forward out of Morgan State.
Yeah,
6'9".
he's gonna be a good. He'll at least be a good bench piece. But I've got one that I mean everyone has to agree with. It's the Columbus basket hounds. You got Zion, RJ Barrett, Derek White. You just got so many. You got so much young talent. Like,
It's
I'm
almost the Duke team. It's almost Duke.
it, it's
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 almost
literally Duke. It's gonna
it's
be
a
so
Duke.
overpowered, and it's gonna be so fun to see teams just trying to dethrone them in year 5 or year 6 because
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be so interesting.
I 100% agree with that, because I mean Zion's like he's playing like he's been in the league for like 5 years or now, and being partnered up with like RJ, who he's played with in Duke before, and then just getting Tyler Hero and Kendrick Nunn. I think just all of that's gonna do well for them in the next few years.
Yep.
But I think the basket hounds. I think they can use a center.
Yeah, they've got
I think-
Montrezl Harrell, but he's gonna grow old
Yeah,
soon, so he'll decline. But yeah,
he's been in 5 years. He's also not. I mean, he's average height.
yeah,
He's
average first
6'7".
and
But you want to have the centers tall. But I don't know.
Yeah.
It's my opinion. Anything else y'all would like to say? Like,
Well, I would just like to thank you both for letting me come on this podcast. I always love coming on anything community wise or interacting with the community. Like I said, please check out the GG9 channel. Just that's all I've got to say. I mean, what a great episode, and I'm so excited to see this podcast's future. Good work, guys.
yeah. Todd?
Just I just want to thank you, Portugal, for coming out. I didn't really. Yale just said that. He just texted me. He's like, "Yeah, I got a guest," and I didn't expect you, but he said you, and I was hype. And yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we needed someone else to be on the show where people would actually enjoy it. And we know that people love you. No homo. But,
yeah, some people love me.
oh my god.
but yeah. That's gonna end the episode for Everything XBA. We want to say thank you to everyone who asked questions for us. Mike and Matoko, John Jake Gaming, and if there's any more that I'm forgetting about, they will all be in the description down below. Please check out their channels. They are really good people in the community for XBA, and I just want to say thank you to them. If you want to ask us questions, go to our Twitter at everythingxba and ask us some questions, or you can email us at everythingxba@gmail.com, and we'll answer them all.
Everything XBA. Go there and listen to this podcast because it's really freaking good.
And check out GG9's channel for XBA, which if you're here, I bet you already are. But yeah, we want to say thank you to everyone who came out.
Thanks,
Have a
guys.
good day.
See ya.